demos la bienvenida de nueva cuenta a esta cancha al equipo nacional de España. Número 5, Aina Carlos. Número 6, Gina García. 7, Elena Álvarez Castellanos. 8, Mireia Jurado. 9, Mireia Sánchez. 10, Inés García Monte. 11, Celia Salma. 12, Leire Urdialín. 14, Noelia Murillo Freira. 15, Nicole Domínguez. 16, Adriana Díaz. 17, Sara Oquete. El coach, Javier Torralba. El asistente, David Gallego Morán. Vamos a recibir también al equipo nacional de Japón. Número 6, Arisa Aikara. Número 7, Okoha Yoko. Número 12, Yanano Amada. Número 18, Okona Suzuki. Número 23, Elena Yoshima. 25, Yunia Sisuna. 27, Giulia Navi. 30, Luis Seco. 51, Sara Guevara. 59, Ana Ishi. 66, Luis Magino. 72, Mario Iwasaka. Tatsumi Yabushi. Y coach, la asistente, Ai Inagaki. Vamos a solicitarles que respetuosamente nos pongamos todos de pie para escuchar el himno nacional de España. Estamos de pie para escuchar el himno nacional de Japón. Invitamos a los equipos de Javier Regalo y Santante.
Japan and Spain on the final day of group play at the 2024 FIBA U17 Women's World Cup. I'm Michael Cerroti with you from Domo de la Feria in León, Mexico. The final day before the knockout stage gets underway, and it's Japan and Spain. Both teams in Group A are 2-0 and playing for the top spot in the group. The winner of this will play the worst team out of Group B. The loser of this will play the third place team out of Group B tomorrow in the round of 16. As we get a look at Spain's starting five, Gina Garcia, Maria Sanz, Inez Garcia, Leire Urdine, and Sara Okeke get the nod from Javier Torralba. Spain has been dominant in this tournament. A 79-70 point win over Argentina to begin the tournament, and followed it up beating Finland 71-35. Javier Torralba, former head coach of Segle 21. And he's got some talent on this U17 Spain roster. On the other side, Japan with a pretty solid offense. They had a tight win over Finland on day one in a back-and-forth game. And then a 37-point win over Argentina to make it 2-0. The officials for today's game: James Grigawald, Paulina Carolina Gajdos, and Ruben Wolcock. Spain's first game of this tournament against Argentina was a whistle-heavy game with some busy officials. Japan starting five: Otoha Goto, Nanano Hamada, Kokona Suzuki, Yuna Abe, and Yui Seito. For head coach Natsumi Yabuchi, who is a former Japan senior national team player, and she played in the 2004 Olympics in Greece. Now leading this U17 squad, trying to go 3-0 in group play. Japan returning 6 players from the 2023 U16 Asia Cup, a team that won silver to qualify them for this U17 World Cup here in Mexico in 2024. And we are again closing out group play here today. Group A with Spain, Japan, Argentina, and Finland. Finland beat Argentina by 6 earlier today to make their record 1-2. Argentina falling to 0-3. Again, every team, regardless of record, goes on to the knockout stage. This is just effective for seeding. But a worse opponent if you come out on top of your group. So the winner of this game gets the bottom team out of Group B, which will likely be Mali or Mexico. The knockout phase, beginning with the round of 16, gets underway tomorrow. You can catch all the action right here on the FIBA Basketball channel. Want to win an official Molten Ball from FIBA? Send a $2 super chat now to enter the raffle. And FIBA, again, has just launched a new YouTube membership starting at just 99 cents per month. You can access all sorts of exclusive rewards, including member-only Discord channel, exclusive Q&As with FIBA experts, custom badges and avatars, and more. As Japan and Spain were 30 seconds away from tip-off. Again, the head coach for Japan, Natsumi Yabuchi, will turn 47 next week. A point guard in the 2004 Olympics. That Japan team went 1-4 in Greece in those Summer Olympics. Yui Seito and Otoha Goto have been the 2 leaders for Japan so far. Sarah Okeke, the star for Spain. 19 points and 10 rebounds to open the tournament. Japan in white, Spain in red, and Okeke easily wins the tip, but Japan takes it. They'll start the ball with the ball as we are underway on the final day of group play between Japan and Spain. Japan gets it on the baseline. 7 seconds taken off the shot clock. Here's Abe. Crosses into the paint. Gets stuck. Drive by Goto. That's off the front iron. It'll stay here with Japan. Shot clock resets to 14. Sarah Okeke, 17 in red. Keep an eye out. Averaging over 17 points per game to begin this tournament. Hamada high on the left wing. Hamada Trying to get around Okeke. There's the dump inside, and Japan opens the scoring. Down low, it's Kokona Suzuki for 2. Spain will get their first look of the game. Look inside for Garcia. Tipped out of bounds. Will stay on the baseline with 11 on the timer. Garcia inbounding. Up top, Sans. Sans gets it back. Here's the drive, and the lane clears for the left-handed lay-in. Mireia Sans scored 6 against Argentina, did not score against Finland. She scores first today for Spain. The drive, it's Abe. Has it rejected. Garcia racing down the floor, gets into the paint, and scoops it in. Inez Garcia was on the team last year but did not appear in the U16 European Championship. She's on the board and grabs the rebound there. Garcia up top. Looking for options, passes out of the double team. Here's the attack, and a third layup drops in for Spain. That time it's Gina Garcia, who's averaging 4 a game. She's the facilitator for Spain. She's third in this tournament with 5.5 assists per game. Saito steps into a mid-range jumper. It's off. Cross-court pass for Garcia. She goes baseline. 8 points, all layups to begin this game. It's Gina Garcia with her second bucket. The attack off the pass. They get it back out, take it away. And an easy layup in transition. It's Garcia's third. She has 6 points, and it's 10-2 Spain. All 10 points have come in the paint. All 10 points have come off easy layups. An early 8-point lead. Spain on top of Japan. And Natsumi Yabuchi wants to talk things over. 7:14 to go in the opening quarter. A look inside Javier Torralba's huddle for Spain. An energetic start to this game. We're less than 3 minutes in. Already leading Japan 10-2. Gina Garcia has 6 points. She's 3 of 3 from the field. And all 10 of Spain's points have come on layups. Japan with the ball after they call timeout. Step back Hamada. Working on a much taller Okeke. Gives it up. Spin in, and Sugiura missed it bad. With the shot clock winding down. Now back to Spain. Four players show full court press for Japan. Spain breaks it easily. Look at this. A near turnover. Okeke keeps it alive. It was a 2-on-1. They could not capitalize as Okeke turns around and cannot get it to fall. Give up Goto on the attack, and she gets fouled by Garcia. The drive by Otoha Goto, and Inez Garcia gets whistled for her first personal. Goto, out of Hamamatsu Kaiseiken High School in Japan, averaging 12 points per game in this tournament. She was 10th in the 2023 U16 Asia Cup with 13.8 points per game. 1 for 2 at the free throw line, trims the deficit to 7. Spain having no problems with Japan's full court press and 2 straight possessions. Garcia gives it up. Backdoor feed, the extra pass. Okeke can't get it to drop. 2 straight misses from the paint for Sarah Okeke. Up ahead, the bounce pass to the free throw line. Shot is strong from Yamashita. Offensive rebound, the left wing 3 won't go. Spain pushing the pace ahead. Now they reset. Garcia the handoff. She gets it back. Can't lay it in. 3 straight paint misses. Okeke an offensive rebound. And there's the second chance points for Inez Garcia. Long rebound into the hands of Garcia. That's Inez Garcia. Now Gina Garcia walks it up for Spain. Left wing. Up top, 3 on the timer. The floater off the glass. No, an offensive rebound and stick back. Leire Urdine makes it 14-3. Spain has not scored outside of the paint. We're more than halfway through the opening quarter. Drive and kick to the corner. That's a 3. Won't go. Okeke soars in for the rebound. Garcia going right to left. The dump off. Gina Garcia to Inez Garcia for 2 more down low. Inez Garcia already with 6 points. Averaging 9 in this tournament. Spain out to a hot start. Okeke takes it away, and in transition, an easy layup. It's a 15-point Spain lead out of nowhere. We'll see what Japan has for an answer. The attack, rejection by Garcia. Nanano Hamada tried to test her luck against Inez Garcia. She was having no part of that. Look at this rejection. Hamada giving up 11 inches to Garcia. And 13 inches to Okeke as she has 2 straight shots sent back. It was a baseline inbound and Japan turned it over, stepping on the sideline. Disaster to begin this game for Japan. That is just their first turnover, but can't find the bottom of the basket as they're 1 for 12 from the field. Kick to the near corner. The give up. Diaz lost it. Japan throws it right back. Garcia takes it away. Diaz swings it. Garcia the drive. That was a nice pass, but a foul before. Mireya Jurado took on contact. Look at this pass from Garcia, the no look. but a foul before she got rid of it. As Garcia heads to the bench, 18-3, 3:16 to go in the first. We get an off-ball whistle. And it's going the other way, an offensive foul. That's against Adriana Diaz. Her first personal. Back to Japan. And we'll see if the half-court offense can find something that this transition offense has struggled with. It's a right-wing three off the heel. Mourinho Freire gets the rebound on the run. Cargol, the drive and kick. Cross court. Sans drives in. Lost it. It's taken away by Yamashita. Japan turns it back over. Left wing three. Diaz in transition. Too strong. Flying in for the offensive rebound is Cargol. And she takes a hit. Well, that's two straight takeaways that Japan has gotten and then thrown it right back to Spain. So they can't capitalize on these Spanish turnovers. The foul will go against Sarah Yamada. Cargol looking inside for Diaz. It's taken away. 4-on-3 the other way. Give, left-handed layup, and one! Count the basket for Arena Yamashita. Going to the line, trying to make it a three-point play. Foul against Aina Cargol. Yamashita out of Shawagaku in high school. 4.5 points per game. Converts on the three-point play. Alvarez Castellanos up top. Waiting for options. Screen from Diaz comes. Swing it. Diaz. Missed the 18-footer. Offensive rebound. Now Diaz will go baseline. She's walled off and throws it away into the hands of Saito. Yui Saito will take it herself for the lay-in off the glass. Coast to coast. Yui Saito with her first bucket of the game. Japan's leading scorer is on the board. The Spain lead is 10. Down low, Alvarez Castellanos makes it look easy in the post. Hamada slows it down for Japan. Two-player game up top. Long three away. It's no good. Offensive rebound leads to an easy two down low. Arena Yamashita. 5 straight points for Japan. Alvarez Castellanos hesitates, pulls the trigger, and the out-of-rhythm three won't go. Time for a 2-for-1 for Japan. Hamada pulls it out. Hamada gets inside, reverse layup, spins off the rim. Alvarez Castellanos. Spain can hold for one shot. To the left wing. That's a three, won't go for Jurado. Diaz pulls down the long rebound. Diaz spins. Can't get it to drop. And that will do it for the first quarter. A fast-paced 10 minutes. Spain leads Japan 20-10 after getting out to an 18-3 lead. We'll see what the second quarter has in store after this short break. Spain got out to an incredible start to begin this game with 14 straight points in the paint. It was 18-3. Japan has closed that gap to make it 20-10 after 1 quarter of play. I'm Michael Cerroti with you here on the FIBA Basketball Channel. Second quarter underway, and Spain, good ball movement to begin this game. Sarah Okeke rifled that pass in there, and a foul. 2 shots coming for Garcia. Gina Garcia and Inez Garcia each had 6 points in the first quarter. Inez at the free throw line. All 20 of Spain's points have come in the paint. And Garcia can't change that. Grabs her own rebound. 3 won't go. Oh, what a touch pass, but a missed layup by Abe. A good look in transition. Japan cannot convert. Okeke, just inside the 3-point line. Garcia came around a screen, couldn't handle the pass. Up ahead, right wing triple. That's good. Otoha Goto from distance. Garcia. Okeke in the post. Sarah Okeke, where she does it best, turns, puts it up and in. Second bucket of the game for Sarah Okeke. 22-13. Hamada, left alone from deep. Bullseye! No, Hamada. 2 straight threes for Japan. They have cut this deficit to 6. It was 15 late in the first quarter. Garcia to look inside, and it's missed down there by Jurado. Japan has the fast break slowed down by Okeke down low. And here's the set play. Hamada gives it up. Goto! Couldn't make it 3 straight triples for Japan. The drive. Too strong off the window. Hamada will take it herself, throw it off the backboard. Loose ball. It somehow ends up in the hands of Hamada for the lay-in. Just like that, Japan has gone on a run. It's 22-18. Javier Torralba and Spain call a timeout. Japan has brought this game back within 4. 7:36 to go before halftime. Correction on my mistake, it was Yuina Sugiura who laid that last one in for Japan to cut Spain's lead to 4. It's 22-18. After Javier Torralba's timeout, you got to listen inside the huddle. Spain won silver in the 2022 U17 Women's World Cup. That was their 3rd silver medal in this tournament. Lost to USA, led by Juju Watkins in the championship. But we're still here in group play in the 2024 edition. Out of the timeout, it's a Spain turnover. I know that could have been a travel. Top of the key three is missed badly off the backboard. Sans trying to find Okeke. Does on the second attempt. Here comes the double team. Cross-court pass, right wing three. That's off. Okeke somehow gets it over two defenders. Missed the layup. Kick back out. They swing it. Garcia inside, no. Okeke, another offensive rebound. And finally, Spain gets 2 points out of the possession. 22-11, the rebounding advantage so far for Spain. They have 9 on the offensive glass. A contested 3, missed everything. All 24 of Spain's points have come from inside the painted area. It's a 6-point lead with 6:38 to go in the second. Garcia waiting up top patiently. Right wing. Inez Garcia, the attack, the dump off. Okeke puts it in. She's got 8. Already 3 players with 6 or more points for Spain. Okeke leading the way with 8. Here's the attack. It's her 3rd block. Rui Makino could not get it over the 6'4" Okeke. There's a layup in transition. Leire Urdine averaging 10.5 points per game. That's her 2nd bucket. Hamada dancing. Gets inside. Crafty move from Nanano Hamada. Gina Garcia. Euro step to the basket. Gina Garcia. That's a nice move. She scored 11 in last year's European Championship against France. 4 points a game in this tournament. 10-point lead for Spain. Catch and shoot 3 is away from Saito. Missed it off the heel. Another look after the offensive rebound. And a layup hit every part of the rim and bounced off. Okeke triple teamed. Extra pass to the left wing, won't go. And an offensive foul against Okeke. Sarah Okeke gets whistled on the offensive rebound. That's her first personal. And Japan will bring in 4 substitutions. Spain entered the initial power rankings of this World Cup at number 5. And they sure have looked like a top 5 team here in group play. 99-29 win over Argentina, 71-35 against Finland. Fake, get to the elbow, and bucket. Sarah Yamada. It's really the only way to not have your shot blocked by Okeke. Get her jumping in the air, take a step in, and put that one up. From the wing, she faked it from deep. Took 2 dribbles to the elbow, and it was a good decision, resulting in 2 points. Mexico, they're here to watch. The host nation could play one of these teams to begin the knockout stage tomorrow. As a 3 is in for Rui Makino. The winner of this will play the bottom team out of Group B, and Mexico is in the mix to end up with that 4th spot. Japan has cut the lead back down to 5 for the moment. An offensive rebound and putback makes it 7. That's Leire Urdine again. She's up to 6 points for Spain. 3 is up and away. Off the back iron, Makino pulls it down. Makino with the shot clock winding down. Missed it. Offensive rebound for Ihara, and she could not stick it back in. Garcia elected not to use the screen. Swing it. That's a deep 3. Off the mark for Mourinho Freire. And then Garcia draws the foul after the offensive rebound. Japan has really picked up its shooting. They started 1 of 12 from the field, now 10 of 35. Spain, on the other hand, shooting just under 50%. They have no makes from distance. Inés Garcia is at the free throw line. Garcia now 0 for 4 at the line. All of Spain's points still have come from inside the paint. Makino. The crossover defended tightly by Alvarez Castellanos, and Spain throws it away. Garcia launched it over the head of Mourinho Freire. And it goes back to this Japanese team facing a 7-point deficit with 2:14 left in the first half. Some frustration after that turnover. We've seen a couple back and forth turnovers. Skip into the lane, another missed layup. That's the 4th or 5th missed layup we've seen for Japan as a traveling violation gets called. Alvarez Castellanos just walked with the basketball before getting rid of it. Hamada. Down the right side of the lane, Garcia sends it back. The second block for Inés Garcia against Nanano Hamada, and they have come in the exact same way. Going step for step down the lane and sending it back from behind. Abe thought about it. Instead, she drives another block for Spain. Offensive rebound. Goto, kick out. Left elbow jumper. Won't rattle in. Spain with 5 blocks here in the first half. High double team. Pass out of it. Garcia to the free throw line and a foul. It goes against Otoha Goto. Suzuki checks in for Yamashita. Another look at this foul. It came before the shot. So it's a sideline out of bounds. The shot clock should be reset. And there we go. 8 seconds on the shot clock for Spain. And an off-ball foul. You can see all the white jerseys surrounding Sarah Okeke. That's where the whistle came. It's really the only way to defend her. Look at this. Okeke is being swarmed Leray Urdine is trying to create space. Unable to do so. Okeke averaging 17.3 points and 8 rebounds per game in this tournament. Baseline inbound, shot clock back to 14. Trigger in. Okeke, triple team, she gets around it. Got her own miss, and then it's ripped away. Goto took it away for Japan. Hamada. That's a deep left wing three. Off the mark. Ooh, a hard foul. Alvarez Castellanos made the catch. And Yuna Abe committed the foul. That looked like a wide receiver running a slant and the safety coming across for a big hit. Yuna Abe goes to the bench for Japan. That's her third personal foul. Alvarez Castellanos goes to the free throw line. And with 28.1 seconds left in the first half, Spain has scored from outside the paint for the first time. Alvarez Castellanos 2 for 2 at the stripe, extends Spain's lead to 9. Natsumi Yabuchi takes a timeout for Japan to talk things over. 4.1 seconds separate the shot and game clock. Japan basketball after this timeout. You gotta listen inside the Japan huddle as they'll draw something up. Facing a 9-point deficit with 28.1 ticks in the second quarter. It's a Spain lead that was 18-3 halfway through the first quarter. Japan crawled back late in the first and early in the second. And Spain has had this steady lead since. Saito. Up top, Goto. Drive against Okeke, a tough thing to do. Hamada. Saito with 3. Won't go. Okeke with the rebound. 3 seconds for Spain. Alvarez Castellanos at the buzzer. Comes up short. One of the quickest halves of basketball you will see comes to a close. 20 minutes of game time down. It took just 37 minutes of real time. Spain leading Japan 34-25. The second half after this on the FIBA Basketball Channel in the U17 Women's World Cup.
The fourth in the finals of an American. Off we go. Ball game. The passion, the emotion of international basketball. How do you not love it? The America.
Nicaragua es en victoria.
The fourth in the finals of an America. Off we go. Ball game. The passion, the emotion of international basketball. How do you not love it? The America.
That is unbelievable. These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
(34-25), Spain leading Japan at the halftime break. I'm Michael Cerrone with you live on the FIBA Basketball Channel on the final day of group play at the 2024 FIBA U17 Women's World Cup. It was a hot start for Spain. They got out to an 18-3 lead. 32 of their 34 points came from inside the paint. They're 57% from inside the arc. Japan shooting 24% from the field, including 3 of 18 from deep. And really, that's been the story of the game. The missed shots are what have led Japan to this deficit. Spain has 10 turnovers. Japan has just 5, but they have been unable to convert on a lot of easy looks around the rim and from deep, leading to this 9-point advantage for Spain after 20 minutes. Again, this was one of the quickest first halves you will ever see 20 game minutes, took just 20 minutes or 37 minutes of real time as Japan makes their way back out onto the floor for the second half, led by head coach Natsumi Yabuchi, and Spain led by Javier Torralba. Japan will start the second half with the basketball, and we are underway. 34-25, Spain on top of Japan as we begin the third frame. A three immediately out of the break, and that's in. That's Otoha Goto from distance. She has 7 points and cuts the deficit to 6. The starters are back out on the floor for Spain. Gina Garcia was blocked on her layup attempt. Racing down the floor, a three is up and away. It's no good from Saito. Garcia sets it up on the right wing. Okeke going down the lane and a foul. Sarah Okeke has been a matchup nightmare throughout group play at this tournament. And she's going to the line for the first time today. The foul is against Kokona Suzuki. Okeke misses the first. The 16-year-old 6'4" center out of Movistar Estudiantes. MVP of the Madrid final with her club team, 28 points and 22 rebounds. Off the missed free throw, Mireya Sanz gets an easy poke away for the rebound and lay-in. Saito, a step back to the elbow and drains it. Yui Saito puts it in. She has 4 points, well below her 12.5 average. Kick to the corner. The extra pass. Three comes up short. Rebound for Abe. Step into it. 18-footer is good for Hamada. It's a 4-point game as Nanano Hamada drops in the long two. Garcia, the screen from Okeke, pass to the corner, it's off the heel. Rebound tipped around. Sanz comes in to grab it and floats it off the glass and in. Hamada working on Okeke, and she has it rejected. Nanano Hamada, just 5'3", trying to drive around the 6'4" Okeke, and that is the 6th block of the game for Spain. Another look at this. Okeke extending the left arm for the block. A three off the handoff. Goto, too strong. In the corner. The back down, a backdoor feed and lay in. Leire Urdine with the heads-up play to cut along the baseline. And she reverses it in. 40-32. 3 minutes into the third quarter. Saito, the step back. Missed it badly off the glass. The hit ahead for Okeke. Sheds off the defense. Missed it. Hamada gives it up and a foul. Goto put it up from the elbow. Foul came before the shot. That's against Urdine. First against her. 12 to shoot for Japan. Hamada. She threw it away into the backcourt. Sugiura had to go and pick it up. Back to Spain, 14 on the timer as the ball starts across half court. Immediately into the corner, a dangerous spot to go. Now they clear it. To the opposite corner, that's a triple. Off the rim. Yamada the rebound. A three in transition comes up short for Goto. A fight for the rebound and a foul. No jump ball. The whistle will go against Sugiura. The walk up by Garcia brings it right in front of her bench. An off-ball whistle, and again, it's against Sugiura, who was guarding Sarah Okeke. That's the third time in this game that Okeke has drawn an off-ball whistle. The tallest Japanese player is 5'11" on this squad. It's Yamashita. And the 6'4" Okeke has been a problem. Here's another offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound. But she missed two shots. Sarah Okeke is going to work on the glass, but cannot get it to fall on the second and third attempts. A long three, too strong. Okeke has 7 rebounds. 3 of them have come on the offensive end. The drive and a wild shot. A foul against Garcia. That'll send Yamada to the line. Sarah Yamada is first in this tournament with assists, 8 per game, to go along with 7 points and 6 rebounds. Yamada does not have a single assist in this game. She has 2 points. Off on the first. Yamada also top 10 with 4 assists per game in last year's U16 Asia Cup. 0 for 2 at the stripe. The lead remains 8 for Spain. Garcia. Swing it. Inside Okeke, the back down. And she's into double figures. Sarah Okeke with her 5th field goal. All 10 of her points have come from inside the paint. A 3 well too strong. The back down. Long 2 from the corner. And that's good. The net barely moved. Gina Garcia is up to 10 points with that bucket. That Garcia basket makes it 4 points outside of the paint today for Spain. Here's the drive down the left side for the lay-in. Mireya Sanz makes the Spain lead 14. Natsumi Yabuchi wants to talk things over for Japan. 46-32. 3:56 to go in the third. head to the official tournament website, U17worldcup.basketball/women to vote for your MVP now. Spain on top of Japan 46-32, under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Gina Garcia into double figures with that last basket from the baseline. The Japanese fans still out in full force. You'll see that flag everywhere you go here in Mexico. These fans rooting hard for their team, trying to go 3-0 in group play, but a tough Spain team making that a challenge. Sans knocks it out of the hands of Hamada. It'll stay on the baseline with Japan. Hamada inbounding, and you can't move if it's not after a made shot, so a traveling violation gives it back to Spain. Hamada was shuffling the feet. Seventh turnover of the game for Japan. Look inside, Okeke double team. Kicks out for Garcia, missed it from the left wing. Alvarez Castellanos. The handoff, Sans. Bounce pass for Garcia. Good recovery defense down low. Left wing three. Bottoms. Otoha Goto. Got it. Ten points for Otoha Goto. She's put up 9 shots from beyond the arc. 3 of them have found the bottom of the net. A near turnover. Garcia, too strong on the open layup. The attack. There's another block by Garcia. Alvarez Castellanos looking for Okeke. Now she finds her. There comes the double team. Cross court to the corner. In trouble, and it's poked away. It leads to a solo run out for Goto as she walked. Goto had the steal and got put in an awkward position under the basket as she traveled and give it back to Spain. Look into the post for Jurado. And a turnover. Back to Japan. A very solid crowd here in Domo de la Feria in León, Mexico. For Japan and Spain to close out group play. Again, the winner of this will face the bottom team out of Group B in the first round of the knockout stage tomorrow. 4 to shoot. Off the heel. Okeke skies for the rebound. Sarah Okeke has a double-double, 10 points and 13 rebounds. She had 19 and 10 against Finland. A 71-35 win for Spain. Under a minute to go in the third. Rui Makino checks in as Goto picks up her second foul. Okeke is replaced by Diaz. Shot clock resets to 14. Look in, Alvarez Castellanos. It's spun off the rim. Yamada up top. Yamada into the paint. Missed it. She left it short. Here comes Spain the other way. Cargol. Ana Cargol broke the single game assists record for Spain with 9 in their first game against Argentina. Diaz, the look inside, and a lay-in. Noelia Mourinho Freire getting out of trouble, making her first national team appearance. She lays it in. 3 on the clock. Does Japan realize they don't get a shot off? Japan had no idea time was about to expire, and that takes us to the end of the third quarter. 48-35, Spain on top of Japan. 10 minutes to play.
La escuadra nacional de España, 48. Síguenos en las redes sociales @FIBA y comparte tus fotos de esta jornada usando nuestro hashtag.
Do you want to win an official Molten Ball? Send a $2 super chat to enter the raffle. After 3 quarters of play, it's a 48-35 lead for Spain on top of Japan as we close out Group A play before the knockout phase begins tomorrow. 13-point lead. Both teams are 2-0 coming into this game, trying to come out victorious of Group A. Spain basketball to begin the final quarter of action from Domo de la Feria in León, Mexico. A giveaway by Diaz to begin the quarter. Of Spain's 48 points, 44 of them have come from inside the paint. And Japan is just struggling to put the ball in the bottom of the basket. As a team, they're 14 of 56 from the field, 5 of 27 from beyond the arc. The drive against Diaz. Kick out, left wing 3, too strong from Goto. I'll tell you what, Otoa Goto is not afraid to let it fly. She has let 10 three-pointers go. She's knocked down 3 of them, and she has 10 points for Japan. A 3 off the bounce. That's good for Rui Makino. Makino drills her second triple, averaging just 2.5 points per game. Coming into this game, she was 1 of 11 total on field goals. 2 of 5 from deep today. Garcia. Swing it to the corner. The drive. That's no good from Sans. Spain keeps the possession alive. Batted around, loose ball on the deck. A fight for it, and a late whistle finally comes in. Paulina Carolina Gajdos took a while to blow the whistle there, but eventually the tie-up call comes in and sends it back to Japan. Saito dribbling with it up top, and a foul is called. It's the first against Gina Garcia. Javier Torralba signaling to keep up the energy. It's a 10-point lead, 8:48 to play. Alvarez Castellanos heads to the bench. Makino triggers in. 10 on the timer. The attack, a quick first step for the lay-in. Nanano Hamada racing to the basket after an explosive step to create separation. A floater as the shot clock ran out. It was an offhand shot from Jurado, and she sent it wide, back to Japan. Hamada just cut the lead to 8. We'll see what they can do here. The attack, reverse layup for Goto. Otoa Goto in takeover mode. She's got 12. Four of 15 from the field, but those 4 makes have come at big times to cut the deficit. There's an answer from the right wing. Mireya Sans with a big shot from distance to silence the Japan momentum. Coming to get it, Saito. Stepping into a 3, that's off. Offensive rebound and a foul. Rui Makino is headed to the line. Rui Makino out of Chiba Keizai University High School, a 5'5" guard. She did not score, was 0 for 7 from the field in 18 minutes of action against Finland. Now has 7 points. She scored 5 against Argentina. 1 for 2 at the line. An offensive rebound and a big opportunity here for Japan. Timer at 5. Crossover. Kick out. That's a 3 from Makino. It's off. And Sarah Okeke clears room to grab her 14th rebound. Here's Okeke on the other end. Turns. It rolled around the rim and out. Diaz kicks it. Diaz on the floor for it. And there's the jump ball call. This time it'll stay on this end. Inez Garcia checks back into the game. Adriana Diaz heads to the bench. Japan shooting 27.4% from the field as a team. They're 6 of 31 from deep. Shot clock winding down off the inbound. Sarah Okeke will go to the free throw line. She's 0 for 2 at the stripe today. This is the first. Okeke scored 13 points in the final last year against France in the U17 European Championship. Spain lost that game by 4. Okeke is now 0 for 4 from the free throw line today. She has 10 points, 14 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Mireya Sanz commits her second personal. Kokona Suzuki is back on the floor, replacing Otoha Goto. Yuna Abe is at the free throw line. This is the first. Abe is 5th in this tournament, 9 rebounds per game, to go along with 5.5 points. 0 for 2 that time at the line. A very quiet day. She has not scored, just 6 rebounds. Crossover. That's a wild shot. Somehow went in off the glass. Right on cue. Yuna Abe with her first points of the game. Cross court to the corner. Baseline drive by Urdine. And Leire Urdine extends Spain's lead back out to 8. A 3. There's an answer. Yuna Abe, I just said she hasn't scored. 5 straight points for Japan. Spain's lead is just 5. (53-48), nearing the halfway mark of this final quarter. The attack from Sanz, and she traveled. Mireya Sanz gives it right back to Japan, and a timeout called by Javier Torralba. The 15th turnover against Spain. It's 53-48. We're going down to the wire. Japan making a late push. 5:18 to play. In their first 2 games, Spain held Argentina to 17% from the field, and then turned around the next day and held Finland to 21.7% from the field. Today, Japan shooting just under 30%, but a late push and 5 straight points from Yuna Abe has cut Spain's lead to just 5. Japan basketball out of the timeout. We'll see what they have drawn up. It's Hamada on the left wing. Makino gives it up. There's a 3 off the mark, and going to track down the rebound is Garcia. Japan has hoisted up 32 three-pointers. They've made 7 of them. Into the corner. A contested 3 off the mark. Okeke tipped it up, but it's eventually taken away by Spain. Spain is just 1 of 14 from three-point range. A foul as Nanano Hamada made her way to the basket. That'll go against Leray Urdine. A 3 blocked up top by Okeke. Goto fired it up. Nobody touched it after Okeke blocked it, so it'll stay here with Japan. On the baseline, 9 to shoot. Trigger in. Goto. Otoa Goto has taken 13 threes in this game. Garcia, a couple of fakes, and she puts it in down low. Gina Garcia scoring in double figures today. 12 points. She's 6 of 7 from the field. Makino stops on a dime, puts it up too strong. Okeke with another rebound. Here's the attack by Sans and a hard fall. Sarah Okeke has 10 points, 15 rebounds, and 4 blocks. Otoa Goto just committed her 4th personal foul. Mireya Sans is at the free throw line. 6 points against Argentina. She did not score against Finland. And she's in double figures today with 12. Make it 13 for Mireya Sans out of AD Torrelodones. A quick 4-0 spurt for Spain after Javier Torralba, their head coach, called the timeout. 57-48, 3.5 to play. Hamada will try it off the dribble. Nothing but net. Nanano Hamada, a big-time 3. She's got 12. Garcia picks up the screen, looks inside, and there is the connection. Gina Garcia to Inez Garcia for 2. Inez Garcia with 8 points. She's averaging 9 in this tournament. Count the basket down low. Yuna Abe has taken over in the 4th. 7 points for Yuna Abe, all here in the final quarter. Goto checks back in with 4 fouls. The lead remains 6. After the missed free throw, Abe could not convert on the 3-point play. Garcia with it up top. Still loose on the deck. Japan will get away with it. The shot clock buzzer went off, but Japan already had possession. There's a 3 from Abe! Yuna Abe has 10 points, all in the 4th quarter, and she has just trimmed Spain's lead to 3. 2:12 to play. Spain had a 13-point lead after the 3rd quarter, and Japan has brought it back within 3. 59-56. Timeout, Spain. Again, less than 8 minutes ago, Spain was up by 13. Yuna Abe with 10 points in the fourth quarter has brought Japan all the way back, and the fans are getting into it. The floater is short. Offensive rebound tipped around. Garcia comes down with it, bodies her way to the rim, and lays it in. Inez Garcia is into double figures with 10. The attack and a whistle. Javier Torralba looking on, the former head coach of Segle 21, a club that has 5 players on this Spain national team. At the free throw line is Nanano Hamada out of Okagakuen High School in Japan. 1 for 2 at the line. Natsumi Yabuchi looking on, the Japan head coach and former senior national team player. 4-point lead for Spain, 90 seconds to play. Garcia comes to get it. Elects not to use the screen. Garcia to the corner. Inez Garcia, extra pass, that's a 3, it's good! A big-time shot from Mireia Sanz. The Spain lead is back out to 7. Just over a minute to play. A kick out. Is this the answer? It rattles out. Okeke pulls down yet another rebound. That's her 16th. Mireia Sanz is scoring well above her average. 3 points per game in this tournament. 16 here today. And none bigger than that triple to make it a 7-point lead. Garcia brings it up. Japan will not foul yet. They're down 7, 40 seconds remaining. Okeke catches. Oh, what a find from Okeke! The backdoor feed! Sanz has 18 with that lay-in! Javier Torralba calling the best timeout of his life. The lead that was just 3 is now 9. 31.4 ticks. Japan calls a timeout. It's 66-57. A look inside the huddle. Natsumi Yabuchi will have to draw up a miracle now. With 31 seconds left and a 9-point deficit, it'll be tough for Japan. to get back into this game, but don't count them out. They were down 13 after the third quarter and brought it back to within 3 just a moment ago. Again, the winner of this finishes on top of Group A, heading into tomorrow's knockout stage. Whoever wins this game will face the bottom team out of Group B. 66-57, Spain on top of Japan. 31.4 seconds left in this game as we close out group play of the FIBA U17 Women's World Cup. Japan basketball, 14 on the shot clock with the ball already advanced. Abe will trigger it in. The inbound comes into Goto. Back to Abe. Abe, a wild off-balance floater. That's off. It's an offensive rebound for Yamada. A deep three. It's in! Hamada drills it from deep. She has 16. Spain has it. Japan is scrambling to foul, and they finally do with 9.8 seconds. The first foul against Nanano Hamada, who just drilled that 3 to cut it to 6. A logo 3 has made the score 66-60. Javier Torralba calls a timeout for Spain. Basically playing keep away at this point, trying to avoid any Japan foul. Alvarez Castellanos will come out. Mireya Jurado will come in. Another look at this after the offensive rebound from Yamada. Hamada hesitated for a second and then pulled the trigger from way out there. She shot that one from Japan to bring this game within 6. So the initial thing for Japan to do here is obviously try to force a 5-second violation and stay really tight off ball. If that doesn't happen, you go for one steal attempt and then commit a foul. Don't waste too much time. They took a lot of time off the clock right before that foul. Or timeout, excuse me. There was no foul before that Spain timeout, so they'll have to foul quickly if they don't get the steal they're looking for. Sideline inbound here. 9.8 to play. And there's the foul. It was a clean inbound from Garcia to Jurado, and Japan immediately crashed. And 2 shots coming here for Mireya Jurado. She has not scored today. Jurado good on the first. Averaging 8.5 per game in this tournament. That's her first point. Jurado goes 1 for 2. She got her own rebound. Mireya Jurado grabs her own miss after the free throw, and Spain passes it around and takes all the time off the clock. Spain, the queens of Group A. A 67-60 victory over Japan to close out group play. A wild game after being up by 13 after 3 quarters. It was 3 with just over a minute left, but Spain escapes. Mireya Sans, 18 points. Sarah Okeke, a big double-double, 10 points, 16 rebounds. And the defense for Spain held Japan to just over 30% from the field. Nanano Hamada led the way with 16. That will do it. Spain escapes A 67-60 win over Japan to close out Group A play. For our entire production crew, I'm Michael Cerroti saying I'll see ya when I see ya. We head to the knockout stage in the FIBA U17 Women's World Cup. We'll see you then. Thanks for tuning in.
y